And welcome to this Friday edition of Business Party Podcast, Memedom Kingdom. Everybody ready for some long episode tonight? We're gonna have a pretty decently long one. I think we're gonna play the Vance and Rogan interview and show memes during it and shit like that.
We forgot to
Cheers,
start with the
everybody.
video.
Oh yeah, oops. Well, you didn't have it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a little bit of something different. We'll get back to the memes and,
Oops.
and the fun and everything next week because the election will be
Yeah.
over. Just one last little push from every bit of this, but we got
Yeah.
some things we want to bring up and talk about too. So go ahead.
But first,
You're
Titties.
a ginger, a Jew, and from Jersey. 3 strikes, Cal. You're out. Shut the fuck up. What? Did you know your mom was from Jersey? Why does it matter? No, it just explains a lot. Oh my god. Cal's even starting to look like he's from Jersey. His skin is turning orange. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. It's getting oranger. Stop it, Cartman. Just because Kyle's mom is a Jersey asshole doesn't mean Kyle is. Okay, you do what you want, guys. As for me, well, you're a heartless, backstabbing Jersey boy, Cal. And I shan't be playing basketball with the likes of you. And I'm gonna start crapping on your doorstep a lot more.
What was?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll get. Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah. You're not in the which one? Oh well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go into the business party one. We mainly do all of our memes through Telegram though.
yeah.
That's where we keep our repository, if you will.
All right. So who's got the JD Vance?
Pull it up,
thing?
Jamie.
I fucking bit my lip and now it's bleeding.
Good job.
Okay, all right. So before we get to that, I wanna throw some stuff out there because
just Rhonda's getting shadow banned in chat again.
again,
Yup. She came out there like in Rob's and we were able to see her then, and then right at the end she got banned again. For whatever reason. I don't even know what's happening. She just gone. There's no warning or anything, just gone. She's not I'm worse than her.
yeah, you are. You got our fucking you got our X account suspended.
You just figured
What, the
that out. That was
off-label?
like, yeah, that was about a month
The
ago.
off-label
You just
pod got
figured that
suspended.
out.
I have to log off, log back in, and say somebody who had access no longer has
Yes.
access anymore to this account, and I have to plead my fucking case.
And then erase it all. Like I told you to do in the first place, because I told you from the start, don't give me access to it.
Yeah.
Now you see why.
But I want to throw some clips out there. With the media before we go to JD Vance, I want to throw some things out there because the press is going full on. Trump is trying to get people killed. Meanwhile, this man has had 2 attempts on his life. Okay, and telling people that he wants women dead and everything like that, and it's just fucking so stupid. It is so fucking stupid. Sorry.
Yo, before we get into this, Joe, RP Games, everybody is everywhere in everybody's chat because we're lighting up every single bit of social media with this one tonight. So every channel we got, somebody somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know how to manage.
I have
that
all 4 chats up right now on my one screen. I need another. Somebody. Lone Star. Lone Star was like, "You have 3 monitors," and I was like, "Yeah," and I need another one.
I have
I do.
4.
I know. I look like I'm just in a hand. Like I'm like.
that fucking that card in his hand. Biz opened up cards from our buddy Drew.
Oh yeah.
And he got a Rodney King card.
Rodney King, that shit was hilarious.
Fucking awesome. The only thing that would trump a Rodney King card would be an Amadou Diallo card.
Who's that?
The guy who got sodomized in jail.
Oh my
with
god.
A plunger.
That would be fucked up.
Oh. Yeah, that was around that time when that happened.
It was.
I remember hearing about that as a kid.
But this is like, once again, we we're in a time where everybody wants to say that Kamala Harris didn't say this. She doesn't need to. She has the fucking mainstream media saying these things, and she just goes, "Well,
No, they were like these election cards. I'll take a picture of some of them and put them in the Discord soon.
But this was, Trump after he and they're trying to turn this into a thing where he says that America is garbage.
Well,
Shut up.
see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Joe. I got one in front of me that I'm using for what we're doing now with the StreamYard thing. I got another up above it just in case I want to show y'all something in a widescreen format, and I got one on either side to monitor everything else on the back end.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I got one. This one right here is for us. The one up here is for the things I show you, and the one on this side is for the fucking chats. And I need another one to maintain like all this things that's going
Yeah.
on, like
I need a third.
OBS and all that, and the fucking and the camera and all that. So like everybody's like, why do you have to like? It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it
to
is.
fucking-
Yeah.
But
So when
It's a
people
lot for
say
me, and I only
doing,
have 2. I'm like,
so when people say doing this shit is easy, you just
Yeah.
sit down in front of a mic and talk. No,
Yeah,
the
no.
fuck it ain't.
No, it's so not. But yeah, I wanna go ahead and show, some once again, the fucking media is misleading bullshit.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. 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 I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
All those fucking what? Okay, let's go. MSNBC,
how I
CNN, The
am.
Guardian, the 19th,
That's
Mother
how I am
Jones,
RP games.
CBS News, all those fucking, mainstream media is repeating what he says. But this is what he actually said.
Kamala has imported criminal migrants from prisons and jails, from insane asylums and mental institutions all over the world, from Venezuela to the Congo, including savage criminals who assault, rape, and murder our women and girls. Anyone who would let monsters kidnap and kill our children does not belong anywhere near the Oval Office. And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why? I'm
Why?
president. I
That
want to protect the women of our country. They said,
Because of polls. That's why.
they said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
I'm gonna protect them.
Mm-hmm.
See that's what really gets me with that whole thing. Like, sir, I don't think you should be saying that. Why? Because there's already a narrative. You
Yeah.
essay women. You got all these. Oh, that case, E. Jean Carroll, twice you defamed her. You already have that story going. Maybe not touch that one, but the way he did it, you're damn right.
Mm-hmm.
How they cut it, no.
Right.
Let's see.
Right. Left wing MSM lied about what Trump said. Gasp. Color me shocked. Right. Yeah. Like I am Jack's look of shock.
Well,
And then there's this one. Jesus
well,
Christ.
Look at this fucking chin on this lady. She was a fucking linebacker.
Well,
No, I want.
let's go. I'm gonna go with
Alright.
this first, but I'm gonna go to what he said. I'm gonna go to the full clip first, and then we'll go to what the fucking the crybaby media said.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual.
He's talking about Liz Cheney,
Yeah.
Dick Cheney's daughter.
Right.
The dude that shot the dude in the face in the woods and made the guy that got shot
Apologize.
Yeah, that dude.
Was that her name?
She's a radical.
Her name K
Yes,
Hunt.
it's K
Her name
Hunt.
was Cunt.
It is K Hunt. Yes, it is cunt.
Go fucking awesome. Classic.
It is cunt.
It'd be
Woo.
funny if
And
you
I don't
start
blame her.
calling her cunt Mala Harris.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm sorry, that was a slip up. I'm old.
Right? Her parents are like, I didn't want this fucking kid. I'm gonna name her Cunt.
It's your fucking cunt Mela Harris.
him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person. And
So let's go back to see
Now,
what they said
hold on.
about.
You want to know why they're triggered like this? Because he said the number 9. That's how many is in a firing squad.
Oh,
That's why. He said, let's how she feels with 9 barrels staring back at her. 9 is in a firing squad. That's why they're upset. The number 9,
Gotcha.
like there's not 9 enemies in the front fucking line shooting back at you at one time. You know?
Right. Yeah.
But that's why they're pissed.
I don't think you even need to call it fired upon. He's saying quite explicitly and unambiguously that Liz Cheney should be shot, should be executed by firing squad. That is appalling. It is a small facet of the reasons why he's unfit for office, and the Republican Party
With your
has made a
forehead hair
disastrous
there,
mistake
buddy.
renominating him. All that said, since we're here for the punditry, I don't know what this gets him, right? If his problem is freaking out suburban women who don't like the chaos, don't like the violent rhetoric and all that kind of stuff, that's just not a great closing argument. Let's execute a political opponent who happens to be a woman because I don't like her. And like,
Wait,
does that hold more
pause. So if it were a guy, it'd be okay, right?
Yeah.
Let's execute a political opponent who happens to be a woman.
wait, hold
So
on.
if you were a guy, it'd be okay.
But what's a woman?
Huh.
What's a woman? They can't define.
I don't know. They even changed the definition of it now. So what the fuck?
low propensity
What
voters?
did Jen
in his
say? Her
coalition
initials spelled
polls?
Jew. I was reading down through the comments. I'm like, where's this going? Oh, okay. That's what. Nice.
I honestly don't think so.
and I don't blame
And then
and former President Donald
The
Trump
fucking thick neck.
his violent rhetoric, suggesting one of his most prominent critics, the former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, should be fired upon.
Tell me that's not a man.
that's Brian Urlacher's fucking niece.
Right.
radical.
I mean, she's
war
built like a brick wall. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
She listen. She doesn't miss. She doesn't miss fucking Lat Day.
Hold on. Who was those characters from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Those block dudes, the Moonanites?
Oh, the Moonanites. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, come on. It's all right angle. That's all I'm saying, man.
What?
Right.
Listen, not for nothing. Those fucking bird lips. She has an unlucky. Well, never mind.
Yeah, that's just yeah.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she
That's
feels
it.
about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy.
Let's see how she feels when the guns are trained on her face. Let's sit with that for a moment.
It froze right there at the perfect
Of
time.
course,
Yeah, it
violent
did.
rhetoric, it's not new for Trump. But this stark imagery represents an escalation. at a tense moment when the country is on edge heading into Tuesday.
This motherfucker's been shot once. The WFL was
Right,
had
she-
another
She would have been.
fucking-
She would have been fucking people up in that shit.
No, the LFL, the Lingerie Football
Yeah,
League,
yeah.
was probably the best fucking football league out there.
Really gives her ass for BJ's with those thin bird lips.
You have to probably buy her that fucking 4-carat
These
necklace.
pauses do her no justice at all.
Mm-mm.
That 2-carat necklace probably got him one fucking BJ on their 14th, her 2-year anniversary. Oh, fine. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Laces out.
Laces out, Dan.
7 in 10 Americans saying they feel anxious or frustrated about the election, according to a new AP poll. And it comes after Trump has raised the specter of using the U.S. military on Americans he calls the enemy within.
I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within.
What's up,
Not
Michael?
even the people that have come in and destroying our country.
Shoulder
By the way,
pads or
totally
not, that was a
destroying our
wrong
country.
decision.
The towns, the
Mhm.
villages, they're being inundated. But I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people.
Oh
Radical
yeah, there's
leftists.
shoulder pads in there. She's a fucking football player.
So he says the enemy within. He means the people in the government
Yes.
Mhm.
who are fucking
Exactly. Yeah.
who are garbage, but they make it out to be. By the way, how many times have they said that immigrants aren't the problems, that American men, American white men are a bigger terror threat than anybody coming in to this country?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they have a problem with him saying
Right.
they're fucking so stupid. This is what I mean. They're just fucking, they just read paper. That's all they do. They don't have an opinion of their own.
Dude.
Lunatics.
Yeah, we're showing it there also, Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're live on everything right
It-
now.
Yeah,
listen.
I'm even on like my stabbing like OJ on X. I'm on my personal YouTube. Blah, like
We'll,
we're all over the place.
we'll get back to Kingdom Kingdom. Tuesday's the election day. We want to just get all this news out as much as we can until election day, so that
Yeah.
way everybody can see the fucking nonsense garbage that the media is.
Right.
You know, we'll get back to memes next Friday. We'll get back to just having
Yeah,
fun.
we need to
and
put that
stuff.
interview on in a little while because that thing's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I'm going.
Should
But
be
this is
vigorously
almost
handled
over.
By, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Throughout the last nearly 10 years, with Trump on the national stage, the public rhetoric has gotten darker and more violent with time.
The man that was I don't know, you say roughed up. He was so obnoxious and so loud. He was screaming. Maybe he should have been roughed up because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing.
By the way, that was what, in 2015, 2016? He said that?
Yeah.
That was during Trump's first campaign. During his administration, he asked his national security team if he could shoot protesters.
He was speaking to General Mark Milley when he asked that question of, can't you just shoot him in the legs or something? And I was, shocked by it to hear this from the president of the United States saying that we.
On what was it, May 29th?
Yeah. When they were
2020?
trying to firebomb the fucking White House.
When they
And
lit
y'all
the
shoved him in a
guardhouse?
bunker and made fun of him for it.
Yeah, when they lit the guardhouse on fire at the White House.
shoot our fellow Americans in the streets of the nation's capital.
And
That
y'all
was
called it a
Donald
fucking,
Trump's former defense secretary.
that he gassed
Mark Esper.
peaceful protesters to
After
take a
Trump
fucking,
left office,
a
he
picture?
suggested the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, should possibly be executed. Milley's phone call with the Chinese to reassure them in the wake of the January 6th riot was, quote, an act so egregious that in times gone by, the punishment would have been death, Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform.
he's
This
not
is an
wrong.
act- A war between China and the United States could have been a result of this treasonous act because Milley was telling the Chinese, if Trump has anything to do, I will let you know. Aid and
Yeah,
comfort.
If there's any move made in any way, I will let you know our troop movement, what to expect, where it's going to go. I'm going to give you all the information you need because this dude is
Right.
unhinged after everything we've learned about January 6th and everything else.
All right, we can take this down. I just want to show one more clip really quickly because this made me laugh because this fucking dildo right here is the guy
Why
who
are you
started
gay?
crying. He started crying on CNN.
This was amazing.
No.
It seemed like this week Donald Trump is laying the groundwork for contesting the election by complaining that cheating was taking place in Pennsylvania by suing Bucks County for alleged irregularities. And this is on top of his continual assertion that if he loses, it's because of cheating.
By the way, we showed the video the other day that Bucks County stopped letting people early vote at 2:45. Meanwhile, early voting stopped at 5:00.
Right.
So we sued them.
Yeah, that's what he's been laying the groundwork for this, just not in the last week, but in the last umpty-ump months. No election.
By the way, hold on.
So
Really
does
quick.
he know he is gay?
Look at the guy.
Month.
Look at the guy over here. Look at his eyes start twitching. Watch his eyes twitch as he's talking.
Yeah, that's what he's been laying the groundwork for this, just not in the last week, but in the last umpty-ump
Is
months.
he going full?
No election
What did she say?
fair
Umpty-ump
unless
month?
in Donald
Yes!
Trump's mind, unless Donald Trump wins it. And I think we are going to see him both
Look at that
rev
Kamala
up his
throat she's got.
supporters to contest
Fucking turkey
elections
neck.
outside of courtrooms and go to every courtroom
She's
he
talked
can
way
in
too damn
America
much and
where
didn't
it's
suck enough.
relevant to make whatever arguments he can, no matter how far-fetched. We saw how
Jonathan,
that
I've
worked
got to
out
speak up.
last time, but it didn't work
Let
out
Ruth
this time.
finish,
It
Hugh.
may not work. That may not happen this time. And now I'll let you go, Hugh.
Well, I've just got to say, we're news people, even though we're at the opinion section. It's got to be reported. Bucks County was reversed by the court and instructed to open up extra days because they violated the law and told people to go home. So that lawsuit was brought by the Republican National Committee and it was successful. The Supreme Court ruled that Glenn Youngkin was successful. We are news people, even though we have opinions, and we have to report the whole story if we bring up part of the story. So
Right.
yes, he's upset about Bucks County, but he was right and he won in court. That's the story.
Like this just in from the whitest man on earth.
What?
What is he doing? He just like crossed out a bunch of shit. He's like, well, fuck all this.
Contributing columnist to the Washington Post says, no, fuck this. It was overturned. Stop what the fuck you doing right now.
He just went, he's not coming back ever again.
Yep. Yep.
And then,
I'll let you keep going, Jonathan.
no, he circled
no,
something.
I
He
don't appreciate
circled
being
something.
lectured about reporting when many times you come here saying lots of things that aren't.
I won't
based
come
in
back,
fact.
Jonathan. I'm
But-
done.
but-
I'm done. This is the most unfair election ad I have ever been a part of. You guys are working. That's fine. I'm done.
This just in, whitest man on
So
earth
rude.
says, fuck you.
I think he just fucking quit working
Yeah.
with Washington Post.
Yeah,
Well,
he's like,
I mean-
fuck you.
But it gets worse for him.
But just look at the way he doesn't do anything. No, nothing. He just fucking just. So you.
Fine. I'm done.
Look at that smug
Look at
little
his
look on his
face.
face.
So Ruth, you wrote a column this week ending with this line, and actually, I think this.
I love how they
perfect.
kept his
We're
camera
gonna
on
put
now.
it on the screen.
Right.
You wrote, "You want to know the stakes of this election? Not only democracy, but decency."
Dude is race banded.
Talk more about that, Ruth.
Race bandit.
Okay, collecting myself.
Oh, Ruth froze. Ruth is frozen. So hang in there, everyone. We're going to see if we can try to get Ruth back to this. Very.
Look, hold up.
We're going to get.
Hey,
We're going to.
how many times has something fucked up on our end, or I've stepped away to take a piss, or you've stepped away to take care of the baby, and we
Uh-huh.
just keep a flow going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that, you damn self, son.
You're
What do you get paid money for?
You're making millions. We're making $10. I mean, listen. We have we have a great chat. We appreciate everything, but we're making 0.00001% of what he's making, and he's like, we lost her. I don't. What does it say on the sheet? I crossed it out.
Steve Urkel, he's about to cry.
I circled
Get Ruth
something
back
and the
in a
dude just
moment.
fucking laughed.
This is First Look, Washington Post Live's nonstop shop for news and analysis, and Ruth is back. So I'm going to read that quote back again from your column, Ruth, where you wrote, "You want to know the stakes of this election? Not only democracy, but decency."
Right. You bolted from the video.
Okay, right. We lost her again.
God damn it,
everybody! If you've been watching First Look, you know that these conversations can be interesting, contentious. You just saw Hugh Hewitt leave.
Stop fucking with shit,
which is lamentable, unfortunate. It is what it is.
Hit
I
up
am Jonathan
Muffin's
Caper. I want to
quote,
thank you
because
all
he's
very
right.
much for joining us on First Look.
You
For
do
more
it.
of these
You
important
got the control.
conversations, please sign up for a Washington
It
Post
does.
subscription. You can get a free
Yes.
trial by going to WashingtonPost.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Every single one of us is paying for electricity, internet, and everything right now. I'm
Paying for
drinking beer. That's
StreamYard,
costing.
paying for OBS. We're paying
Yep.
for whatever it is just to bring y'all a great show. Just
Yeah,
because
We've been
love
running into the negative for a while.
Yeah.
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 And it's just so we bring you guys news and have fun and talk to people, get people connected, and yeah.
Real life
But-
motherfuckers. That's it.
But yeah, so that was the last one I wanted to bring up because the dude just walked
Low
off.
T
Was just
podcast. Look, I'm in my 40s, motherfucker.
Yeah, me too. Listen,
Actually, I'm 39. I'll be 40 next fucking year.
listen, freedom fries. I just had a baby. You can suck my low T. How about that, bitch?
Yeah, he's 40 fucking one and just had a goddamn
That's
baby.
right.
All right.
It might have taken everything out of me. But let's go to what we all came here for.
I won't take that low blow again.
And to listen and hear what Kamala Harris didn't have the fucking cojones to do. The whitest man on earth currently writing an article about the Washington compost bias and their refusal to even acknowledge a reversal of the court decisions when they are talking about it. Yep.
Good.
But
all right,
here we go. JD Vance on Joe Rogan.
On the Rogan.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
All right, we're rolling. Good to see you,
Let's
sir.
go.
Here we go.
Oh, what the?
One of the things I want.
That's the Trump one. What the fuck are y'all
Yeah.
doing? I had mine up and I was just going to do it.
I'm like, what the?
You had it. I thought you had it. All right. You're an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
You ain't got to tell me twice. I thought that was the Vance one.
History right here. Oh, no, that's our stream. That's not it. Here
By
we
the
go.
way, Dave Portnoy put this up for Barstool. Clean up the streets.
I mean,
Barstool shirt.
That's funny.
All this shit for them has backfired hard.
It has.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right, so let's go with it.
Yep.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night.
Right.
We're rolling. All right. How are you, sir?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
What is it like running for vice president of the United States? How crazy is this experience?
It's pretty weird.
I love the way he opens up every single one of them.
You heard this
Just
earlier,
the
but
weirdest fucking
the
question
first
ever.
time that I've been in a public spot without Secret Service
Just
in the
to
room
start with.
is right now. So I'm like looking around for these guys
How
because
long
I'm
has
used
it
to just
been?
having them. It's 3 months, right? So he asked me the Monday of the RNC convention, which I think was June 15th. And I really didn't know that morning. I thought that he was probably going to pick me, but I didn't know for sure. Probably 60-40, basically. And so I had no idea. I get the call around 1 o'clock at Milwaukee time at the RNC convention. I'm hanging out with my kid. Another one of my kids is in the other room asleep because, you know, our kids are young, so they nap still. And he makes this call and he's like, "Hey, do you want to be my vice president?" I was like,
Was
"Oh."
it literally just like that?
Well, actually, what happened is I get a text message from a staff member on his team that says you just missed a very important phone call. And I don't.
Why is it that Tim Walz and him both missed the phone
I
call?
think it just went straight
Right.
to voicemail. So I call him back, and I'm like,
Because
"Hey, sir,
I mean,
what's
it's
going on?"
not
He said,
something you
"JD,
just like
you
you
missed a very
try,
important phone call.
try.
I'm gonna have to pick somebody else now."
Wait,
You
go
know, so I'm
back,
about
go
to shoot
back, go
break
back
here,
a little
and
bit.
then he says, "No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I want you to be my vice president."
Oh, wait.
And
That's
the
me
funny thing
controlling it.
is,
My
Yeah,
bad.
you gotta go back a little bit.
How far you want to go?
Yeah, just there you go.
well, actually, what happened is I get a text message from a staff member on his team that says you just missed a very important phone call. And I don't know, you know, because there's so much inbound traffic that I think it just went straight to voicemail. So I call him back and I'm like, "Hey, sir, what's going on?" He said, "JD, you just missed a very important phone call. I'm going to have to pick somebody else now." You know, so I'm about to shoot a brick here. And then he says, "No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I want you to be my vice president." And the funny thing is, you know, my 7-year-old is in the background and he has no idea what's going on. And I love that, right? It's one of the good things about this. He has no clue what's going on. He's like, "Dad, who are you talking to?" He's talking about Pokemon cards, right? And you know, Trump hears my son in the background and he says, "Well, who's that?" And I said, "That's my 7-year-old son, you." And he's like, "Put him on the phone." So and I'm just anxious for him to get this statement out because in my mind it's not final until the statement is actually out. And he talks to my son and he reads the statement that he is going to put out on Truth Social announcing that I'm the VP nominee of the Republican Party. And he's like, "What do you think about that, Ewan?" And my son Ewan's like, "Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good." He's like, "I have no idea what the hell's going on."
He doesn't
And
even
it's
know
funny.
what that means.
Yeah, he
That's
has no idea.
crazy.
And of course, I remember this story because in particular, and the Madison Square Garden rally of a few days ago was the first time that my son actually met Donald Trump. So he'd spoken to him on the phone, but hadn't actually met him until the rally at MSG. And my 7-year-old really wanted to tell him a joke, and he remembers this phone conversation. And so he tells him this joke, and Trump kind of chuckles, but also is probably judging me because it was a somewhat inappropriate joke for a 7-year-old to tell. But you know, here we are.
Well, that's the only ones 7-year-olds remember.
That's right.
Now, a lot of you, I'm going to pause it right here because a lot of it, everybody kept screaming, "Why the fuck JD Vance? Why not this person? Why not that person? Why not this person?" Every single person that was running for VP, that was in nomination for VP, could have been used somewhere else. Most of them need to stay where the fuck they were. The only ones were Doug Burgum and JD Vance. What was JD Vance best known for? East Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started to pay attention to him talking in the Senate because of East Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I
the dude just,
listen
he
to her
rose
shit.
in popularity because he's young, he's well-spoken. He comes from a very messed up past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's a Marine.
It'd be the best person to send out and say, "Look, I'm young as shit, trying to fix this. We're sorry for what the fuck we've done to everybody around the world. Just calm down a second and let us fix this." It'd be the perfect person to do that. I'm not going to take that from Doug Burgum. I'm not going to take that from I'm sorry, who was that other dude that was in there? Vivek, maybe. But I'm not going to take it from anybody else that was vying for that opportunity.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
It comes across a lot differently when it's a Marine telling you these things.
Who's this fucking personable?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to sit down and just have a conversation, man. Look, let's not do this. All right.
Yeah.
Look, we're sorry for what we've done. Let's just try to turn this around.
It's like
This is what I was talking about.
It's like the order we have with kind of I'll call it the network still. It's kind of the order we have with the network. You go to like Mama J, and then you go to me, and then you go to Rich, and then if it gets to Biz, you're fucked. You know? So like Rich is the JD Vance right now. I'm the Speaker of the House. And like, and it's the same thing. Rich is like, listen, I'm gonna fucking tell you right now, you're gonna fucking do this, right? Don't make me get Biz, because once Biz gets involved, you're fucked. Because
I'm gonna be that.
Because Biz will go, here, this is where your house is. I'm gonna fucking turn it into a parking lot. All right?
All right,
give a
bitch.
fuck. And you're like, I told you, dude. I told you you didn't want to go there. So Vance is that guy. Vance is that, like, you don't. All right, fine.
I'm the one
You
to
know what?
tell you
Listen.
all about yourself. So if you come to me with that, it's gonna be like, all right, bitch, you want to talk about this? You want to talk about that? Here we fucking go. Hey, Davey. Oh, just being Rhonda. I was tagged and said hello to everybody in the motherfucking CommieTube chat. Bastard dick hole censors.
Thank
Just
you,
being
Rhonda.
Rhonda. I appreciate
$1
that.
dono. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's the way it is. It's like don't let it go to Biz. 'Cause Biz will go scorched earth.
Yeah, I'll go scorched earth.
You don't give a fuck. But yeah, go
That
ahead.
is that is Orange Man on the fucking nuke. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, I have terrible language, and it's one of my many flaws. But I was raised by my very working class grandmother, and she was actually very interestingly, she was a very devout Christian, but she also had a language that would make a sailor blush. And so I talk like that because I was raised by this woman.
Those are fun ladies.
Those are fun ladies, man. She was a great. She was awesome.
Those are fun ladies.
She had she was an amazing person, a huge personality, right? We called her a force of nature because she was such this big personality. But my wife's rule is, basically he's only allowed to cuss when he's telling this one joke. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, so he told
tells
this
that
joke to
all the
Donald Trump.
time.
Yeah. Exactly. He says it 14 times a day.
Yeah, early on I told my kids, you can swear in front of us. I go, but don't swear in front of other parents.
Right.
And don't
Yeah.
swear for no reason.
Right. Because they judge you, right? The other parents judge you. How old are your kids?
Well, the youngest ones are 14 and 16, and I have a 28-year-old.
Okay.
But when
Nice.
my 14-year-old was 2, we were on a skiing trip, and we were about to leave. We packed up all our stuff, but her helmet, we forgot to put her helmet away. I go, we forgot to put the helmet away. And she just looks down at the helmet and she goes, shit.
Shit.
Like, oh my God. It was so funny. There's just something adorable about a 2-year-old that doesn't know that you're not supposed to say shit.
No,
and just
absolutely.
had that cute little face.
Well, I mean, my 4-year-old.
Didn't you
was
realize
3
it's
at
your
the time.
fault?
We were
Right.
going, we live in Cincinnati, but I'm a
oops.
senator, so we spent a lot of time in Washington. And I was taking my 4-year-old solo, he was 3 at the time, on this trip. And we're on like a Delta flight. We're in the back. I'm kind of wondering because, I've got bedhead, and I'm thinking to myself, do any of these people know that I'm a senator? Because I look like shit right now. And I sort of get away with it. I don't think that anybody notices who I am. And we're sitting there, and my son drops one of those Biscoff cookies in between the seat, and he looks at me and he says, Dad, well, fuck. And like 12 people instantly turn around and look at me, and it's like, oh, Senator Vance, your son has such colorful language. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a terrible father, and these people are all judging me.
Yeah.
But it's but you're right, it's so cute.
I died laughing right there
it's
in
so
the
funny,
interview.
but
Uh-huh.
I got to do a little bit better about that because they're going to start judging me.
People need to relax.
They
Little
do,
bad
right.
they
words
really
every
do.
now and then. It's good for you. I
Yeah.
think it's good for you. I think it gets a little steam out.
I agree. It's good.
Was there any part of you that was like, do I really want this job? Just because it comes with so much.
For real.
It comes with not
Sure.
having the Secret Service in the room. It comes with this enormous change of your life. This insane
What we should be revealing about
responsibility.
Willie Brown's size and
Everybody
girth.
watched presidents, especially, age radically,
Oh, yeah.
dramatically.
Yeah.
And everyone but Trump. Trump
That's right.
just
It's kind of amazing. Yeah.
dude just didn't.
That is
age.
true.
It's so strange.
Everyone
It's
else
it barely
gained like a
affected him.
decade
Everyone
and a
else
half
is
or something on their
they're
age, and like
radiation.
Trump just looks like the same
And he
fucking
gets out of
dude.
there, he looks
Yeah,
exactly
look
the
at
same.
Kamala.
Can't wait to do
Even
it
as
again.
fucking
He's
VP.
slim the
That's
fuck
good, we're
up.
gonna win big.
Right.
Just like when you feel good, everything else is easier. AG1.
Nope.
All right.
No free ads.
Sorry. All right.
But it was funny when they said that. I was like, dude. When they said that, I was like, dude, that makes total sense because he does look the fucking same. Like he really didn't change much.
Hold the fuck
I will not.
up.
What's up?
No, what?
We know how fucking far left Jonah Goldberg is, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Kinda.
kind of. I mean, I know of her, but I've never really
No,
listened
Jonah
because this
Goldberg.
bitch is insane.
No, Jonah Goldberg is a commentator on CNN who goes hardcore
Right.
against Trump, right? He issued an apology today.
Trump is an immortal vampire.
I need to
What's
make
up?
a statement. This morning on CNN, I referred to Trump's Trump's rifle quote as him advocating a firing squad for Liz Cheney. I was reacting in haste to what were objectively appalling and irresponsible comments that had been framed in the setup piece in the context of previous statements Trump made about shooting protesters and having generals execute. Still, I was wrong to say he was calling for the firing squad execution. After I said that, my co-panelist Brad Todd made the case that I was wrong. Brad was right, and again, and I was wrong. Trump was making, albeit in his customary fashion, a different argument about Cheney's allegation foreign policy views and the use of force. I let my disgust for Trump's comments get the better of me, as this was the first time I'd heard them. In fact, at the end of the program, having thought about it, I said much though I could have been more clearer, a fact that had been left out in a lot of this criticism of me since this morning. In other words, I voluntarily concede the point unprompted before any of this subsequent criticism came my way. You can find it around the 2-minute blah blah blah. I regret the initial comment because it was inaccurate and contributed to the kind of overheated environment Trump thrives on. Trump's words were bad enough, but it's worth noting that a lot of the criticism about my inaccuracies itself somewhat inaccurate or at least incompetent given the correction. So he said he was wrong.
I don't give a shit. No, you already knew from the very fucking
I
start.
know.
There ain't no way you didn't watch full fucking context and still run with that goddamn dumb shit that they told you to put out. I'm sorry. That is a point to fucking character. Now you're sitting there talking about, okay, you just gave aid and comfort to those who are living political warfare against the people of the United States of America.
But the fact that he said he was wrong, dude, wow.
It is, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow.
It's
The
running.
fact that he said
It's running. No,
I
because
understand. I
they
understand.
know. They
I
know
know.
there ain't nothing they can fucking do anymore.
I know.
But to put it out there and say, yeah, right beforehand, no. I get you. I understand what you're doing, but no, fuck that. It doesn't matter. You knew what the fuck you were doing from the very beginning. I do not sit there and be like, oh, okay, I forgive you for that shit.
No, I don't know. I don't say I forgive him at all. But the fact that this fucking TDS scumbag came out with a statement and said he was wrong.
It's because they're scared and they're fucking running. I'm not going to let them go.
I know. And that's what they're all fucking terrified because they know. They
Right.
fucking know.
It's self-serving at this point. Trump will likely win. I think that I don't think, man,
By the way,
I'm telling you,
I don't see how Trump can't.
You know he's paying for his own transition team, right?
Hold on. Yes, he is. I'm telling you, it sets it the fuck up for my theory with it.
Yeah, that's what I say too. He said that's how he saves his ass.
Yeah, of course he did.
It's setting it up for my theory with all this shit. And Dave, you've heard it time and time and time again. Everything that we've seen so far, MI's so far not correct with everything. We've had ballot interference, we've had election interference, we've had everything to try to get all these mail-in votes to happen. Well, they are happening in certain areas, the areas that actually do count.
By the way, you know that that ballot box that was set in fire said there was a thing in there that said free Gaza.
Yeah, they tried to point it as a fucking a Trump supporter.
Yeah. They are fucking running scared, dude.
But
and
early voting and mail-in voting is going more heavily for Trump than it is for Harris. Which is why you're setting ballot boxes on fire. Now, if you're not paying attention, you wouldn't know that because you already think early voting, mail-in goes for your team automatically.
Right.
Fired as shit. Oh, well, it's gotta be. Why would we do that? We're winning. Oh, wait, we're not. Wait. They're registered. Hold up. What?
Right. Free Gaza is said by no Trump supporter ever, pretty much. Yeah. I'm sure there's a few, but not many.
Mail-in voting is going to swing in Trump's fucking favor, and they're going to scream fraud. Now, the fraud they brought up in 2020 is the same goddamn thing they're going to point out in 2024 to use it to remove that motherfucker.
By the way, they no longer.
That's their only play left.
A new bill that was put in place 2022 said that they need a fifth of Congress to overturn
No, you would need to, especially with something like that, that would be 2/3. You would have to go through 2/3 of Congress, which is House of Representatives and Senate. Senate would be easy right the hell now. You're talking about 11 to 10 and they walk lockstep. I don't know about the House. There are some that break ranks.
All right, go ahead, press play.
Flash Black Ops 6 to get in the game. Call of
No,
Duty.
I
Black
didn't.
Ops 6.
I'll be voting
available
on
now.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
It
I don't
really is
have early
amazing.
voting.
One of the first times that I
Not
sort of
for
spent like a
general.
large amount of time with Trump was in 2021, and I was thinking about running for the Senate. So I was down to Mar-a-Lago talking to him, and my initial reaction on seeing him was like, "Oh my God, you look really good. Like, you actually look healthier now than you did 6 years ago." And normally
strange.
presidents age very, very badly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I definitely thought, okay, obviously this is a big thing, right? I talked about it with my wife a lot because she's like she was
Trump's
a
the
working
Incredible
corporate
Hulk of
litigator. She had a
stress.
very big career.
Mhm.
She's much smarter
It's
than
like,
I
I grew
am.
up in New York. I'm
It was
always
a
stressed.
marital conversation, in some ways a tough one because, even though, I'm a senator, we're still pretty anonymous, right? Like we can go on vacation, or we were till this happened. We
He's
go on
running
vacation.
against the fucking
You'd have
mob.
people stop and ask to take a photo or say something, nice. But most people, if you went somewhere, didn't know who you were. Right now, it's literally impossible for us to go
Can you go up a
anywhere.
little
What's
bit?
that shift feel like?
There you go.
Like you're 40 years old, right?
I'm
So,
just
Yeah,
trying to play it in my own
right,
head.
like this, just
Gotcha.
off a cliff.
Cheers,
Complete
everyone.
You can
different
play
life.
it, but
Yeah,
everybody
that's
can
right.
turn
That's
it
right.
down.
I mean, it's been. I mean, look, in some ways, it's really nice because
Well, it's
people
just
come up
our
and say really
volume
nice
versus
things to you. They
theirs.
tell you they're praying for your kids, they're praying for your family.
It
But it's
depends
also
on where you
very
go, though,
weird.
doesn't it? Like if you go through
Oh no,
Brooklyn,
sure, yeah, no, of course, yeah. Well,
go
yeah,
through like
well,
the super woke, blue-haired
well,
parts of Brooklyn.
it's interesting. When we were in New York for the MSG rally, a few people saw me and flashed the Universal New York sign for "We're number one," right? So they like us even in New York City.
Yes, it is.
But it's definitely
New
weird
Jersey,
to
New
just
York
not be
State
anonymous
bird.
at all anymore, right? And that's taken some getting used to. I think part of it is also. Let me just give you an example. So Sunday morning, we
Don,
want to
I'm
go for
doing
this is the event in
I'm
Madison
gonna go
Square
vote
Garden.
in a trash
We had the
bag.
morning where I didn't really have anything going
It'd
on.
be
A couple
funny as
phone
hell.
calls. So we want to go for
I'm
a
gonna film
walk
it
with
too.
the kids in Central Park.
All right, I'm doing it.
And normally you would walk out of your hotel and walk into Central Park and hang out with your family. Now it requires we have to notify Secret Service.
What up,
And so
Ross?
then they have to
Welcome.
scope out an area where they can make sure that it's going to be properly safe. And so instead of walking out our hotel room and taking a walk in Central Park, we hop in a car and show up in some random part of Central Park that's 20 blocks away. And then, of course, as soon as we get out, everybody's like, well, who the hell is this? Because there are 14-car motorcade there. So the lack of anonymity is definitely an annoyance that comes along with it. But I'm the kind of person where you just take the good with the bad. There are a lot of benefits to it. There are some downsides to it.
Good old
It's what I ask
Friday.
for. I try not to think too much about it or
My
complain
wife
too
just
much about it.
vetoed that
I just try to
idea.
accept it. I think obviously if we win, which 6
Vetoed
months
it.
from now, I think we are going to win. I think we'll have to sort of get into more of a routine with it. My attitude thus far has been, well, it's only for a few months, so you can do anything for a few months.
Is the adjustment? Is it difficult? Was it pretty easy? Did you just accept it? Like this is how life is now?
Well, you have to accept it, but it's not
Right.
easy, right? I mean, in particular for our kids, right? Like, okay, I really like to drive, and 99% of the
Fucking
time,
pimp.
if we're in the car as a family, I'm driving, my wife's in the passenger seat, just because I like to drive. And I think for our kids, getting used
She's
to,
Indian,
we're not
she
going
can't
into
drive
our
well.
car, we're going into
She's
this
Asian.
black SUV,
Oh,
and
yeah.
daddy's not driving.
Right. There's some other
just-
person there they
yeah,
don't know.
right.
Yeah.
Or like one of the first
Yeah, it's
things that
always the
happened, we're
Jew.
back at our house in Cincinnati the weekend after the RNC convention, and we're sitting there watching like some stupid show, Emily in Paris on Netflix or something, which, sorry, I don't mean to call that a stupid show. I actually think Emily in Paris is a masterpiece, but set that to the side, bracket that one for now. But we're watching some show on Netflix, and you see one guy walk past your window, and then you see another guy walk past your window, and it's just a Secret Service agent patrolling, just little things like that. So
Yeah.
it just, you recognize that your zone of privacy is very narrow, and that takes some adjusting and getting used to. And, there are all of these small little adjustments, but it by and large, honestly, like I love our Secret Service detail. Our kids are really into them. They sort of see them as their police protectors. Our 7-year-old, it's funny, he's in 2nd grade, and one of his buddies, their parents came to us and said, "Do you know that the kids are playing this game in
What's up,
school
Isaac?
called Boss Man?" Where basically one 2nd grader will walk down the hallway or down the playground flanked by 2 separate 2nd graders.
Like they're playing Secret Service now?
Secret Service now.
Oh,
in
that's
school.
bizarre.
So, like, on the one hand, that's really bizarre, and I hope that it doesn't permanently screw up the psychological development of my kid. On the other hand, it's kind of funny, and you just go with the flow and you try to work with it.
Yeah. I guess they're just making fun with it.
Yeah.
Is like
No, they
did you
just role
have
playing. That's it.
presidential
Kids do it.
aspirations
It'd be great if
before
his
all
kid
this?
grew
Is
up
this
and
something
still
that you
owned a
had considered
fucking
about the
Quickie Mart.
future? Was it like how did you approach
His kid
this?
grows
Yeah, I
up
mean,
and his
it's
father's
one of these
fucking
things when you're
image
elected
to
the Senate,
goddamn protect
and,
his life.
I'm the young guy. I think I'm the 2nd
Right?
youngest
Could you
United States
imagine a
senator
Quickie
right
Mart
now. You certainly think, like, is
protected
this
by
something I might
Secret
do in the
Service?
future? What does this look like? What would you need to do in terms of getting your family in the right mental space?
I
and
might
just
bet on it.
making it happen. But it's all very
Y'all gonna bet on the
abstract, right?
election?
It's
I
not
might
all
this
that
year.
different
Might.
from,
Nope.
10 years
I
ago
ain't got
thinking
nothing
about
to do
starting a
it.
business that I never started, right? It's just things you think about, but you never really think that hard about, right? And that was kind of my attitude towards it. I started to realize that Trump was thinking pretty seriously about making me his VP nominee probably earlier this year, because he would ask me.
Yeah,
What
dude.
the hell?
Just in my head, all I'm thinking about is his kids owning a 7-Eleven with Secret Service.
I mean, I hear that, but at least get a little money back on it.
Just a 7-Eleven with Secret Service. Could you imagine that place? Oh, sorry. I thought that was funny in my head. Welcome to 7-Eleven.
Hold up. Isaac
your shit
Thompson.
and get out.
Hold up. I want to hit this up. Isaac Thompson, the last one. Polymarket has 2.5 billion in volume. Polymarket is illegal in the United States. There is only one that is legal here in the United States for
you can do
election shit.
What is it?
Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations. What the fuck?
Where? What?
Rumble,
Right here on our YouTube on Off Label.
Really?
Uh-oh. I wonder if ours did.
Well, thank God we have fucking Rumble. Fuck
Yeah,
YouTube, as we
'Cause
say.
I'm about to just cut YouTube then.
Right?
Yep. Suck YouTube. Yep. Stream unavailable.
Let me look in what's going
For
on here in
off
the
label,
background.
stream unavailable.
Yeah, stream unavailable on. Yeah, is it because we're showing the interview?
Probably. So here we
Let me
go.
see what's happening in the background here.
Copy. Paste. Copy.
So are we not? That's fucking gay. What the?
Partially blocked because
Why are
of
you gay?
something in Russia did it, but it still shows we're live right now. Like, what is
Yeah, it's still showing we're live, but it says the stream is
temporarily?
unavailable.
Hold on. Pop out chat so I can get that the fuck out the way. Let me bring this over here. Stream temporarily blocked because we detected video belonging to someone else.
Everybody shows video that belongs to somebody else on here.
Y'all hit up fucking Rumble because we're done with this shit.
Yeah,
Rumble,
I'm
X, wherever
outta
the
here.
fuck you gotta go, because fuck YouTube. This is some goddamn horse shit with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut a couple of these. We'll be back here. I'm gonna put this
Look,
on. We'll be right
Here's
back.
the thing. Here's the thing.
What?
I'm gonna say this before we cut to fucking YouTube or to cut to everywhere else. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
this.
Rumble and X. That's where we're gonna be at. Rumble and X.
I appreciate the fuck out of Joe Rogan for doing these kinds of things. And I get you. Maybe we are sniping fucking views, but this is the goddamn the vice presidential candidate for the United States of America sitting down, having a candid conversation and just bullshitting. I think we need to hear this. And the fact that you think this is DCMA bullshit is 100% suck my dick territory.
Yeah, do you think Joe Rogan's going to care that we're doing this? No, he's going to be like, good, get the word out there.
Right. That motherfucker's not worried about money. He's not worried about his income because that motherfucker made billions doing this shit already. This shit right here.
He didn't even want Trump on his fucking podcast.
You're goddamn right he didn't.
So this is why YouTube can. Hey, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go full screen because
bring it full fucking screen.
Biz, put me full screen because I don't know how to do it.
Okay, hold on.
Are you click on the screen above your camera angle down there at the bottom?
Hey, YouTube, suck a fucking dick. You're a piece of shit. People are allowed. You don't allow people to use things on your fucking platform. We are using your platform to advertise more things on your fucking platform, and you don't want us to use it? We're not going to other fucking streams. We're using music from your platform, music that you fucking put out, videos that you fucking put out, but you don't want people to fucking see it. You're a piece of shit. You're a garbage fucking entity. And I'm glad. I can't wait till you fucking people go down and Rumble becomes the #1 source where people can go for free fucking speech. Because Rumble, you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
Within confines of the law.
Yeah, we can use other things from other places. But YouTube, I'm glad. I can't wait till you finally go down.
Yes.
Because you're a piece of shit. You are not a free speech bastion. And I can't wait. I hope Kick even beats your ass. I hope Kick. I hope Twitch. I hope everybody else fucking outdoes you. And I can't wait for you and Google to go fucking down.
I mean, Google was ruled a monopoly and must
Yeah.
fucking dispatch.
You're a piece of garbage, YouTube, and I'm glad you're losing followers, and I'm glad you're losing people because you're cunts.
Yes.
You're a bunch of fucking cunts. And I hope you go bankrupt because, oh, Donald Trump, go fuck yourselves.
And on that note,
we'll
join
see
us
you
on Rumble.